Ready? Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember back in the fall, we'd be together all day long? Do you remember us holding hands? In each other's eyes we stare. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Do you remember how we used to talk? You know, we stay on the phone at night till dawn. Do you remember all the things we said? Like, I love you so I'll never let you go. Do you remember back in the spring when every morning's birds would sing? Do you remember those special times? It'll just go on and on in the back of my mind. When we fell in love, when we first met, when we fell in love, those sweet memories will always be dear to me. And girl, no matter what was said, I will never forget what we had. Now baby, when we fell in love, when we first met, when we fell in love. Remember the time.